Hey everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111. Happy Monday. So I wanted to do something a little different today. A lot of you are always kind of like, hey, do the cards fly out? How do you shuffle? Blah, blah, blah. And so because of the number of decks that I use, I typically, do all of this in advance. But I thought just for today only, I am going to go ahead and do the rest of this on camera. I just thought I got through this. I thought the camera was on, but it wasn't. So I was like, I can't stop. So I am going to continue pulling cards. Now I'm on the feminine side. I still need to do connective energies for the current connection. Future, I still need to pull the after tarot. So I've still got a lot more cards to pull. I'm using 9 decks today. So I am going to do this on camera so you guys see how they come out. I've already got the overall energies. I already have the masculine's head, heart, and 3D space. And now we're going to get to work on the feminine side. Okay, so you'll see those come out. I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot for the overall energies and the Celtic for the divine masculine. We're using the Tarot Illuminati for the divine feminine's head, heart, and 3D space. So before I get started with the cards, just want to remind you guys, if you want to book your own private reading with me, please go to queenoflight1111.com. I received several emails over the weekend around the tarot class, and I am leaving it open only through tomorrow morning. So if you guys want to join, the classes just starting to get a little big. But again, if you want to join, I'm only going to have it open through today. I'm going to shut it down tomorrow morning. So go ahead and purchase the last of the seats. All right, let's just go ahead and get started. So we're going to look at now the divine feminine's headspace. So when she thinks of her masculine, where is she? Where is he in her headspace? Four cards, please. Man, the feminine's got the Tower 2 times. She's clearly has gone through something here. Let's see. Where is the masculine in her heart? Let's look at 3D. Lots of mirroring already. God, okay, interesting. Okay, now we're gonna do the after tarot. So we have here in the, I don't do it for the overall energy, as you know, but in his headspace, we have the Knight of Swords, 6 of Swords, King of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. So wants to come forward with the truth, wants to move into smoother waters as the 3D King, but he has a little stress. What happens after this stress in the masculine headspace as related to his feminine? what that means, but I'm going to keep going. In his heart space, he has the Three of Swords, the Death card, the Four of Swords. So he's sad, he's transforming, he's recuperating and healing. He's coming up as the Emperor, and he's just waiting. What happens in the After Tarot for his heart space as related to his feminine? Cute. Okay, really challenging cards today. All right, in the 3D space, Three of Cups, right? Wanting to keep it casual, but wants a new beginning, but still wants to be independent. Six of Shields, wants equality, but has inner conflict. Five of Swords. What happens after this conflict in the 3D? Okay. I don't know, man. Not in a good spot today. This is not a great spot. Okay, so let's look at the feminine. She's the Queen of Pentacles, matched to the King. Page of Cups, she wants some sort of offer, but she knows she can't drink from it just yet. King of Wands. King of Wands is the match to his overall energy, and the Tower. The King of Wands has created a tower in her headspace. What happens after the Tower? Heart space, Two of Swords, feeling a little stuck. Ace of Cups, loving herself. Two of Wands, planning. And then the Moon, not really telling what she's planning. What happens in her heart space after this Moon's energy? Okay. Prince of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles in the 3D. So an offer of movement forward towards the connection. That's what she's wanting. She wants to really take it forward with the Chariot, with the King of Pentacles, which is a match to his headspace. What happens after this in the 3D? Judgment. Okay. All right, before I stop using this deck, I need some clarity. Hers came out very clear. In the headspace, I need to know, what is he fighting for? The Seven of Wands. What is the masculine fighting for? Okay, in the heart space, Five of Cups. What is he not wanting to look at? Why is he sad? And then the last card, what is he withholding after this conflict? Oop, I don't want those because the way they flew out. One last card. Thank you. Eight of Cups. Interesting. I don't know. I have High Priestess is the bottom of the deck. Okay, I don't know what any of this means just yet. This is why I kind of do this stuff in advance. I now am going to do the current connective energy. Whoopsie. Current connective energy. Lots of judgment going on over here. Okay. Future energies. way too many that like wanted to throw up at me. So let us pick these up. High Priestess is like all over the bottom of the deck. Okay. This is interesting. Okay. I'm going to need to get some clarifiers on these. All right. Well, first let's get advice. This is Debbie Anderson's Vibrational Energy Oracle cards. Let's get a message for the connection. One card, please. Oh, that's too many. There. Okay, just wanted to grab it. You know what? I almost feel like I want to take these, so I'm going to take them. Oh, and interestingly enough, end of days. This is very much kind of like a judgment card, I think. At least that's what it means to me intuitively, so we'll see. And now we're going to do my Lenormand, and then I'm going to come in with clarifiers so I can understand the messages, and then we'll do the reading. See, this is why we're 12 minutes in. This is why I do this on my own. Okay. All right, we've got messages from Spirit. Let's put these here. We've got a lot of cards on the table. Okay, I gotta come in with the clarifiers now. What do I want to clarify? I understand the overall energy. I'd like to know what this tower is in the Divine Feminine's energy. It's in her headspace, and it is in her overall energy. What is this tower? Thank you. One more. Okay. Oh man, this guy back to some bad news here. Let's see. What is, hold on. What is this Three of Swords about in the masculine's heart space? Two cards. One more. Okay. What do I know? Let's see. What is this Eight of Cups and the Seven of Swords in the After Tarot for his 3D space? Let's clarify Seven of Swords first, please. Eight of Cups. One more for Eight of Cups. Oh gosh, clear across the room. Okay. Oh, where did this come from? Where was this? Oh God, I don't know when this came up, but I was in this section here. fell here. When did this come up? I'm going to have to put it here. All right. Shoot. Okay, let's see here. Make sure I don't want to clarify anything else. Seven of Swords clarified by the Lovers and success. Eight of Cups clarified by stress. Walking to be the King of Wands, which is how he is identifying himself. Is he identified? Yes, he is. Okay, so bottom of the deck. Six of Swords. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and get started. See, this took 15 minutes and 55 seconds. That's how long it takes. Sometimes it takes longer. And yet, I still have not made sense of this whole reading yet. So I'm like going to channel this real time. So let's go ahead and get started, okay? So our first a deck that we used, the Morgan Greer Tarot, we looked at the overall energy for the Divine Masculine. So his overall energy and the overall energy for the Divine Feminine is the Knight of Rods, the Knight of Wands. This is like quick action, quick passionate action. People want to take quick action towards each other, okay? But his overall energy of this, with the underlying energy that he wants to take quick action, is that he's kind of juggling his decision. He's really not sure what it is that he wants to do. He's trying to balance things out related to his Empress, the Divine Feminine. The Emperor comes out in his part of the reading, in his heart space, and then also as a clarifier to his Three of Swords. Like, he's really heartbroken right now. So he's kind of juggling his decision. I don't feel like he's juggling people at this time, because I don't see any other queen here that has come up other than the Empress, who is in his overall energy. So I just feel like this is his feminine. This is his feminine. So the overall energy for both of them, Knight of Wands, quick action to move forward, move passionately towards the connection. He is in a state of kind of balancing things out. He's imbalanced. He doesn't know how he wants to pursue his feminine. King of Wands, he wants to come forward. He wants to be a leader. He wants to be ambitious and take direction. He wants to be successful in what he does and how he moves forward. This King of Wands has showed up several times. He's showed up in the future energies. He's shown up in her headspace. And then he shows up in the clarifier to what he's walking to, or away from and to. So he definitely wants to be this King of Wands, have direction, not the Knight of Wands. This is the action he wants to take, but he wants to come forward to his Empress as a king. And Page of Pentacles, make an offer. The Page of Pentacles is a dupe to her 3D space. So what is her overall energy? I don't know what's happened with the feminines out there, but we've got the Tower 2 times. And so I don't know if there's been some sort of revelation, some sort of discussion with the masculine, maybe something she saw, I don't know, but she is in a Tower moment. Her first card out is the Tower, and she's had some sort of realization. And so what I'm really getting, because I clarified the Tower with the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, and I just kind of feel like there's a couple of things here. While I don't see third party, she may feel like there is one. And so the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven Swords, it's like trying, or maybe he's pretending he's in a relationship. I don't know. My first gut instinct is that maybe he is pretending to be single. Maybe he's pretending to be single, okay? Pretending that he's not in this is how she's perceiving it, because I don't see another feminine here. So her Tower moment is that she thinks he is pretending to be single. She thinks that there might be a third party. And so the Seven of Swords is like, are you really single? You're pretending to be single. Are you really single? So I feel like that is the energy of the Tower. That is what's happened. And then what did that do? It threw her straight into hermit mode. Isolation, further discovery on her journey, really trying to understand how she's going to process those things. And then Page of Swords. This is why I said I feel like she saw something. Page of Swords is like that social media snooper. So either she saw something where she thinks that he's pretending to be single, or maybe she's like, I don't know, somewhere, some research, some sort of information has presented itself that has created a tower in her life. And then lastly, Page of Wands. And it could be like a communication. Maybe he communicated something. But for me, I really feel like she's looking for communication or wants to communicate on this topic. Okay, because she's got the tower 2 times about her King of Wands. And she's like not having it. So underlying energy for the masculine. This is also why I don't think there's a karmic, because the Wheel of Fortune in the traditional tarot is like the karmics are flying off. We're going into a better time. So the times are changing. And so I just feel like he is in this major period of change. And that's why he's got the 8 of Cups. He's walking away from things. He's got the Death card in that he is transforming. He's got the 8 of Cups 2 times. He's really walking away either from the 7 of Swords behavior or something. So he's definitely walking away from something. So his underlying energy is the Wheel of Fortune. Hers is the 7 of Cups. I just feel like she's really confused. She's really confused now. She's like, well, I thought we were on the road to union, but now I don't know what we're on the road to. And so I'm a little confused about this connection. The After Tarot, bottom of the deck, High Priestess. High Priestess is like all-knowing, says nothing. She knows all, she's saying nothing. This is the Divine Feminine in the 5D. So where are we when he thinks of his feminine? Where are we? Well, Knight of Swords. He wants to come forward with the truth. He wants to get into smoother waters with her with the 6 of Swords. He is the 3D King, King of Pentacles, a match to her 3D space. She really wants, he really wants to come forward as a king, ground the connection. But 9 of Swords is really stressing him out. And the 9 of Swords clarifies what he is walking away from. Okay, so I got to say something. There's a lot of kings on the table. I like that there's only 1 queen and 1 empress, because the queen here is the Queen of Pentacles. And the only queen on the masculine side is the empress. And I always believe that the empress is the Divine Feminine. So I'm really glad, because we have the 7 of Swords out on the table 2 times, the 3 of Swords out on the table, and and 3 of Swords out 2 times, by the way. So to me, because there's no other feminine, it's not third party. I just feel like that's what she's feeling. She's thinking, maybe it's because he's done this in the past, like, geez, he's done this to her in the past. And so now it's like old stuff that's coming up to be healed with this tower moment. So in his headspace, Knight of Swords wants to come forward with the truth. He wants to go into smoother waters with her with the 6 of Swords energy. He is the King of Pentacles, earth sign, but he is stressed. What is he stressed about? 7 of Wands. He's like, in my head, it's going to be a big fight if I go back to her. And so 4 of Cups, he looks at the cup, he's taking it, but he's just like, man, I don't know if I'm up for the challenge, because fighting with this Queen of Pentacles is going to be, it's going to be a blowout, like if he comes forward, that's what's stressing him out. It's really stressing him out about coming forward. And so, while he wants to come forward with the truth, while she is in his energy, this fight, this coming forward with the truth is really stressing him out. And he's just like, yeah, I'm going to take the cup, but boy, I got to pour it out. I don't know if I'm able to handle it. So now in her headspace, when she thinks about her masculine, she's the Queen of Pentacles. So she's in her power. She's a match to the king. Page of Cups. She's like, you know what? Don't give me a cup with a fish in it. Like, she thinks that's what she's going to get because he's still in the 7 of Swords energy. But she knows he has the ability to be this King of Wands, okay? The King of Wands, again, is a match to his overall energy. The King of Wands comes up in the future energy. The King of Wands comes up in his clarifiers. He is the King of Wands, okay? He's the King of Pentacles, the 3D King, but he's wanting to take leadership. And I feel like she feels that. And I feel like the tower moment is like, man, don't come to me with your fish in a cup, 7 of Swords energy, because I can't deal with that anymore. I just can't deal with that anymore. And that's the realization that she's coming to is like, I'm in my queen power. You still are displaying things that are starting to stress me out. I'm scared. I'm scared to want you back in my life because I don't know that you are the king. I say I don't know because she's in the Seven of Cups in her underlying energy. She's confused. Is he the Seven of Cups or is he pretending to be single? Has he shed the Seven of Swords energy? That's what we're getting, is like she's in her head. She's caught up in her head. The tower's in her head. So I just feel like, you know, she's like, don't come to me with the fish in the cup. I need a king. And so this is what has created a tower moment for her over this weekend. But what happens after the tower? The sun shines, okay? She thinks more positively, hopefully soon, about this connection. She really does. So what is going on in his heart space? These two came out together. Three Swords. I was like, oh my God, is this like third party? Because Seven of Swords came out. So right now I'm taking this is as a heartbreak. Actually, I'm going to tell you now. So I got Three of Swords and I clarified it. And what came out? What came out? Eight of Cups. He wants to walk away from the sadness. He wants to walk away from any past third-party situations or energy. Maybe there's some residual, okay? So he wants, because the question was here, when his feminine is in his heart space, where is he in his heart space with his feminine? How is he feeling? Well, he's heartbroken, but he wants to walk away from the heartbreak, walk away from third-party situations. He wants to move forward. Chariot's energy, it matches her 3D, so I know it's her as the king, as the emperor, and the emperor is a match to the empress. So in his heart space, he's just really sad. He's sad. He wants to walk away from the sadness. He wants to walk towards the Ten of Cups. Okay, he wants to move this connection forward and be the emperor, be this king that she wants, okay? And he knows total transformation is going to be required with the Death card. But right now, he's just healing his heartbreak. Emperor again, double message here. Emperor now 2 times in the heart space. He knows he must be a divine masculine. 3 of Wands. He is just waiting. He is waiting to come in to his full power. He's really nursing his heartbreak at this time. So what happens after he's nursing his heartbreak and this 3 of Wands energy where he's just waiting to be whole again? 5 of Cups. He's just not going to look at the things that have drowned him in the past. He's not going to look at this 3 of Cups, this third party situations anymore. And he's going to start gently trying to look at the 2 of Cups, okay? And then he's going to be able to feel like, yes, I've invested in myself and now I can pick the fruits of my labor. What's the fruit of his labor? I feel like the fruit of his labor here is that he's healed his heart and he becomes the divine masculine. I feel like that's the fruit. That's the real-time channeling. Fruit of the labor for him. Heals his heart. That's what he's been waiting for with the 3 of Wands energy. He's going to stop looking at the 3 cups. He's going to heal his heart, move away from those 3 cups and towards his feminine as the emperor, as the divine masculine. So where is she in her heart space? Well, standstill. There's a little internal conflict. 2 of Swords. They're not really talking. Relationship is halted. She has halted the relationship in her heart space. And there's the big moon there. And I feel like, again, like something's happened with this tower. Something, she feels like something is hidden with this moon's energy. So she's like, yes, hold the press. We are not moving this forward right now. 2 of Swords. I'm going to love myself. Ace of Cups. I'm planning. I'm going to plan for myself. I want to plan towards my connection with him. But here we go. The moon again. So because she's, you know, that's why she's in the 2-2. She's in decision making. She's just choosing to love herself at this time. But she feels like something is hidden from her. What happens after this hidden? King of Swords. He's going to come forward with his truth. Okay, this Knight of Swords energy. This is the action in his headspace. Well, he's going to come in and he's going to deliver the truth. King of Swords. Where are we in the 3D space for him? We have 3 of Cups. Okay, so this is, I feel like this is what's going on in the 3D today. So maybe there's some remnants, like, and it's not like the person, the 3D, the karmic person or the third party is still in his life. This is just like getting rid of the residual energy. So I really feel like this 3 of Cups has to do with getting rid of that residual third party energy because he wants a new beginning. He wants to feel confident. 9 of Pentacles. about being an equal to his feminine, but right now he knows they are in conflict. He is in conflict. So I said, okay, what's this conflict about? Seven of Swords, Eight of Cups. Well, I really feel like what I'm really getting is she walked away because he was deceitful. Three of Cups, Seven of Swords. She walked away because of third parties, and that's what's clarifying this Five of Swords, okay? So I just thought, all right, let me just get some more information on what the Seven of Swords and Eight of Cups is. It's just like, this is in the after tarot. It's like, you know, she's still not with him because she put the kibosh on it, right? So in the after tarot, in this conflict, right? This, he wants to be her equal, but there's conflict. Well, you know, he wants to, he knows that she's walked away because of his deceit, of this Three of Cups type of behavior. He knows. So a new beginning with the Fool's energy is going to be challenging. So I said, okay, what's the Seven of Swords energy? Well, success and lovers. Remember, lovers came out here, but I'm going to take it for this. It's just like, you know, he made a decision about this connection and he thought it was going to be successful. Or he's made a decision about this connection with his feminine and wants it to be successful. Okay? And then for the Eight of Cups, you know, he's stressed. But what is he moving to? Becoming this King of Wands. This King of Wands, remember, already has come up in her headspace, in his overall energy, and in the future. And so he's walking towards being this emperor, but in this 3D space as this King of Wands, which is in his overall energy. So I just feel like he's stressed. He's stressed like, man, I want to walk towards my feminine who has walked away from me. And I want to show her I am this leader. But with this Seven of Swords, I just feel like, man, I just feel like he's hiding the fact that he's made the decision. And what she's picking up on is that he's pretending that he's single. I don't know. What I'm really getting, let me think here for a second. Seven of Swords with the Tower. I just feel like in her overall energy and in her head, he feels like to her, it feels like he is pretending to be single. But in his overall energy, the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Cups is like he's walking away from that Three of Cups energy, and he wants to be successful in this connection with his Empress. The Lover's card is in the current connection, and I just feel like, you know, he knows he lost her because of deceit. He knows that she walked away because of this, and he's conflicted about it. So let me make sure I said this very concisely and that it makes sense. The Seven of Swords that she has for him, okay, she thinks he's pretending to be single. The Seven of Swords that he has in his 3D space is that he wants to successfully get over that energy and choose his divine connection. The Eight of Cups that follows the Seven of Swords is walking away from the Seven of Swords energy, walking away from this cheating energy. He wants to walk away from that. And he is having sleepless nights about it because he wants to be the King of Wands. Okay, that's the channeled message. The conflict is, he's walking away from the Seven of Swords. Remember, that's how it came out. Seven of Swords, Eight of Cups, walking away from deceit. So when I clarified Seven of Swords further, being successful in abandoning those types of deceitful behaviors and choosing his feminine. What is he walking away from? It's stressing him out, but he's walking away from that behavior to be this King of Wands, this honorable, ambitious king. All right, that's what I'm getting. Now, for her 3D space. For her 3D space, first card, Page of Pentacles, matches his overall energy. She wants an offer too around this connection. The Lover's card is a match. Oh, okay, so now that makes sense because, again, I didn't channel that real time because I'm doing this live. The Lovers, this Lovers is a match to his clarifier of the Seven of Swords. So who does he want to be successful with? He wants to be successful in the divine connection, and the divine connection sits in the 3D space for the feminine. So she wants an offer. Well, Knight of Pentacles, actually. This is Knight of Pentacles, not Page. It says Prince, so they're different verbiage, but Knight of Pentacles, thoughtful, methodical, analytical, slow. So she feels like right now things are moving really slowly towards this connection. And she wants it to move quicker. The Chariot's card. Okay, she wants us to move a little bit quicker. The Chariot is the clarifier to his three of swords, right? Moving forward. He's moving away. 8 of Cups. And the Chariot, he wants to move towards being an emperor, towards the connection. So she's like, you know, it's taken too long to move towards this connection, but I want to move this forward quickly to my King of Pentacles, match to the King of Pentacles in the 3D space. What happens after this movement forward and people, you know, start to gain momentum? Judgment, rebirth happens. Judgment is in the bottom of the deck for their current connective energy. So right now, guys, it may feel like the relationship is dead. It really may. She's gone through a Tower moment. She's like, this is done. I am done. He's in 9 of Swords energy 2 times. The 9 of Swords is in his headspace. The 9 of Swords is in the clarifier to his 8 of Cups. Is like he's just stressed. He's stressed about how he's going to move forward to his feminine and show her that he is the King of Wands. You know, I just feel like there's going to be a rebirth. Right now it feels like it is over. You know, she's like in this like I'm done mentality. And so that's why we have Judgment 2 times. Judgment comes up for the King of Pentacles after right after the King of Pentacles card. So in the 3D, get ready for the rebirth, and it's in the bottom of the deck for the current connective energy. So what is the clarifier to what is the underlying energy for the clarifiers? Well, remember, we have the 7 of Swords here, the 9 of Pentacles, we have 8 of Cups, Chariot, Emperor, we have the Lovers and 6 of Wands clarifying the 7 of Swords in the After Tarot, and then the 9 of Swords and King of Wands clarifying the 8 of Cups. So what happens in this clarifier? Well, they're going to move into smoother waters. They're really going to. So if it feels like it's over, it's not over. I know it really feels like it's over. I can feel the energy. The energy for the feminine feels very, very heavy. She's like, you know what? I'll be damned if I go through the 7 of Swords BS again. I'm not doing it. But I just feel like this is an old wound that needs to be healed. And that's why this Tower has come out 2 times. That she really needs to heal the energy. Because every indication from him here is that 3 of Swords, 8 of Cups, Chariot, Emperor, he's walking away from third-party energies. He wants to move this forward to his feminine as the Emperor. And then this next clarifier, the 7 of Swords, he wants to walk away. He knows that's what created conflict. That's why she walked away. He wants to walk away from this third-party behavior. He wants to. That's what's happening in the 3D. That is the transformation that is occurring for him. And then when we clarify the 7 of Swords, he wants to be successful in abandoning that and choosing his connection. He's walking away and he's having sleepless nights because he wants to come forward as the King of Wands. So for him, he's going through a major transformation. That's why he has this Death card. And so he's just walking away from these bad behaviors from the 7 of Swords. So what's going on in the current connective energy? Bottom of the deck, Judgment. This is that rebirth that I was just talking about. So what's happening in the connection today? Well, first card out, new beginning, Ace of Wands. There is this desire to have a new and improved beginning, but it is being... one, I feel like, yes, it was jolted by the moon's energy, that wolf moon that we had. But I also feel like this new beginning is being masked because she's shut down and he is still healing. And so the new beginning is this divine connection, the Lovers. This Lovers comes out 1 time, 2 times in the 3D space. So we're really working on making choices about this connection, 3 of Swords. And the reason why is because we were healing from 4 of Swords came out right after 3 of Swords. We are healing from third-party energies. We are healing from heartbreak. 4 of Swords, 3 of Swords came out in his 3D space. Remember, 3 of Swords was clarified. He's walking away from third parties, moving towards being the masculine. He's going through the transformation, healing himself, right? To become this Emperor, but he's just waiting for this final healing where he will stop looking at 3 cups and finally be able to reap the rewards of all of this hard work and sleepless nights that he's going through. He's going to be the Emperor, which is a match to the Empress in his overall energy. So what's happening here, again, in the current connective energies, there's this desire for a new beginning, Ace of Wands, but we are not sharing this desire just yet around choosing this connection because we are healing 3 swords, 4 swords, healing from third-party situations. We are healing from the heartbreak that those third-party situations have caused in this connection. All right, let's go to, I want to look at this. This is messages from Spirit. Remember, I only wanted 1 card, but 3 flew out. And what's the bottom of the deck? The bottom of the deck is end of days. So intuitively, what does that mean for me? This is like the Wheel of Fortune. We are at the end of days for this connection as the way that it was. Let me refer to the book and let me tell you what end of days means. End of days is judgment. Says right here, the Bible talks of an apocalypse, the day of judgment, an end of days. It describes this as the destruction of mankind, whereas the true meaning is much greater and far more conceptual. The vibration of something ending means it opens the universal energies to accepting something new. Accept where you have accept where you have reached on this journey. She's come to the tower 2 times. 7 of Swords, we're walking away from 7 of Swords energy 2 times. We're walking away from 3 of Swords here in his heart space. That is the end of days. That is the end of days. Spirit is saying, and this is real time, okay? Pulling this, like you saw it come out, and I'm reading it for the first time. And this is judgment 3 times. Judgment is what's happening in the current connection. Judgment is here in the 3D space. Now, judgment is what Spirit is saying is what's happening right now in this connection. They are going through the end of these changes. So now what happens? So we have upon a star, smell the roses, and new beginnings, Ace of Wands. So let's see what those mean. Upon a star. Well, upon a star is when you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. The universal vibration of wishing is only set into motion, allowing you to do whatever your heart desires when you are ready to accept them as real. Again, the universal vibration of wishing is only set into motion, allowing you to do whatever your heart desires when you are ready to accept them as real. When you start to see, masculine, that this is a divine cup. Feminine, when you have illumination over this past energy and have healed it, then you can have this wish manifest. It says whatever you have been told in the past is related to then. You are now an adult and your wishes and desires need to be projected outwardly in order for them to manifest. So what are you waiting for? Make the wish. Make the wish that this manifests. The 7 of Swords energy is gone. The 3 of Swords energy is gone. The third party situation is gone. Manifest that you can have this rebirth, end days, judgment. 2 times. Move this into something smoother. That's the first message from the universe. Make a wish. Smell the roses. What does smell the roses mean? Well, let's see. Smell the roses. How many times have you denied yourself the time to do what you want to do? Every moment you reject and you refuse to give yourself permission to take this time, you are denying your rite of passage. If you are not in the flow with your vibrational energy, your chi changes in a negative way. Take a moment to smell the roses because you have plenty of time for whatever else needs to be completed. So right now, while you're going through this change, through these end of days, do not sit in this sadness. Do not sit in this anxiety. Take your lesson from this tower moment and see the sun shine again, okay? Last message from the universe, new beginnings. They're telling you, just surrender. Make the wish, surrender the wish, and then what happens? You have a new beginning. And here's what it says. For something to begin, something must end. What do we, end of days. I'm so glad I did this reading so you guys can see how everything flew out. This is how it works. I am connected, man. So, end of days. This is about, we're reading this, new beginnings now. This is what Spirit is saying, what's happening in this connection. For something to begin, something must end. What's the end? The end of the Seven of Swords, the end of the Three of Swords, the end of third parties, the end of deceit, the beginning of healing. For something to begin, something must end. It is the law of balance. How we accept the conclusion of any situation is solely reliant upon who we are at the moment. Go with the flow or kicking and screaming. The choice is yours and yours alone. But before you choose, decide what is less harmful to your vibration. What is less harmful? Surrender. Surrender the connection. Surrender this beginning. So here's what happens in the future, guys. No, I'm going to do this Lenormand. So the Lenormand, this is the way that it came out. This is all about the masculine again. So he's wanting this Four of Wands energy. He wants to root himself in this connection. This is predestined, okay? This is the star card. This is predestined. What do we just say? Wish upon a star. 2 star cards as messages from the universe. It's like, this is going to happen. This is predestined, preordained. This is part of your Akashic records. You're meant to come together. So you will root the connection. It was in the stars. We will get through the fog and have this new beginning. This new beginning is very much a dupe to this new beginning card. This is about innocence, now having a state of innocence. All right. I need to plug in my my computer here. Sorry, guys. So sorry. Okay, new beginnings. We have new beginnings with this child card. So I just feel like it's going to happen once this masculine has completely transformed. So that's the message, like this home, this happy family, this thing that we want to create, this structure and stability. This is the number 4. That's what the 4 means, structure and stability. What we want to create is this home life, and it's in the stars. It's meant to happen. Reunion's meant to happen. Right now we're just getting through the fog, which is this whole smell the roses. While we're in the fog, surrender to it so we can have this innocence, this new beginning outside of this deception, outside of all of that. And that is what is being transformed in him today. All right, now let's go to future energies. And the bottom of the deck for this, true love. Isn't that something? True love. What does that mean? I know what it means, but let's see what it says here in the book. 24. Heart. The form of happiness and love is simply drawn in my shape. I am your feelings and emotions. I am your passions and devotions. Wow. Just make sure, let's see. It says here, the heart is always a card signifying beneficial emotions. It's about love, luck, commitment, and marriage. It really is. Wow, it's very symbolic of love and relationship here, especially since it's formed by the 2 swans, which is symbolic of courtly relationships. Monogamy. 7 of swords, 3 swords, symbolic of monogamy. This is what he's transforming into, to be someone who's monogamous. All right, future energies, bottom of the deck, High Priestess. High Priestess is a match to the After Tarot. Lots of wisdom, but no communication. Lots of intuition, but we are not connected at this time, right? We're just on our own individual path. So what happens in the future? King of Wands. He becomes the King of Wands. Who's he? The King of Pentacles. Who's that 3D king? Match to his headspace. The King of Wands is the match to his 3D clarifier. The King of Pentacles and the King of Wands both show up in her space. King of Pentacles shows up in her 3D space because he's the 3D king. King of Wands shows up in her headspace. So he transforms. What does he do? Rejects 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. And what does that do? Justice. Creates balance. And then what happens? 9 of Cups. Wishes are fulfilled. I'm telling you, it really felt like this weekend we were very far from union. I got to tell you, it did. I just feel like the tower moment occurred. It was a little bit of a shit show. I felt it. And then all of a sudden, boom, I got 2 towers and the Hermit in the feminine's energy. This is old wounds. These are old wounds that need to be fixed because he doesn't have another queen. She's got the King of Wands, King of Pentacles, King of Swords, okay? We got 3 kings on her side. We have almost every king on his side, but the only queen is the Empress, and he's telling you through this reading, you are the only one that matters in his life. You are the only one that he is changing into this masculine for. And here we have the Empress in the overall energy, the Emperor in his heart, and then the Emperor as the clarifier in his heart space to the 3 of Swords, which is what he is walking away from. He wants to transform himself, this Death card, and he is healing 4 of Swords, those energies, those 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords energy. He is. Just continue to surrender the connection. Continue to believe in yourself and your masculine. He is changing. He's very stressed out. 9 of Swords 2 times in his headspace and in the clarifier. Him walking away from this pattern, this behavior that he's probably operated in most of his life is really challenging him. But his overall energies, underlying energy for all of this is the Wheel of Fortune, which means karmics are going to fly off, which means he is going to go into a better time and things will change and we will have new beginnings. All right, hope that made sense. Hope you appreciated the shuffling. I know it's a little long, but you guys have been asking for it. This is the one and only time I'm going to do it. So enjoy. Have a great Monday, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.